Welcome to the Beacon of Light podcast, where we have brought in various experts, medical, psychological, clinical, and of course, peer support, case management, and the rest of the support staff here at Beecon Recovery. And the total objective at Beecon Recovery, which is a drug and alcohol addiction recovery center located in Brigham City, Utah, where our primary objective, our only objective, is to teach people how to stay stopped. Enjoy this episode as well as any future episodes. So, DeVon, I purposely didn't share with you basically anything because I need this to be unscripted.
Okay.
And because you're not going to know, but you're kind of, because we've already talked about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
34.
34. Can you look back and tell me when you started using, we'll call it the hard ones, the heroin, the meth?
I was 9 years old when I tried meth for the first time, old crank.
Be careful with what you do on the microphone because it picks up everything.
I looked up to my older brothers, and they were doing it. I wanted to be just like them.
So at the age of 9, you did what drug?
Crank.
What exactly is crank? Is it like a form of meth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when did you graduate to the heroin?
Well, I started doing pills, pain pills, when I was like 9 or 10.
Not because you were in pain.
No. Just because friends were doing it, my brothers were doing it. And then when I was 14, I couldn't find any pills, and a friend of mine had heroin and offered it to me.
Now, did you smoke that or did you shoot it?
I shot it.
Were you nervous?
Yeah. But I did it anyways because I was sick.
Not from cold?
No.
In the head?
I was sick in the head, yeah. I was withdrawing, and I just wanted to feel better.
Did you?
Yeah, in the moment. But it took a lot of my life away.
Okay, so now I want to graduate, move forward.
Okay.
Right? Well, before we do that, though, how long did that last?
I used heroin from the age of 14 until
Wait. You started using heroin at 14?
Yeah.
So you were using the other things from 9 to 14?
Yeah.
Okay, so now at 14 you started heroin.
Yeah.
Shooting it.
Yes.
And that lasted until when?
I was at the age of 30.
Are you using other things as well as heroin?
Yeah.
So you're doing full on anything you can get your hands on from 14
yeah.
to the age of 30. What happened at the age of 30?
I don't know. I was with the girl I married now, and we both woke up one day and we were done with heroin. We were just tired of it. And a friend of mine had some Subutex or Suboxone strips and said, "Here, have these." And we started taking those, and then I went and found a doctor and got back on Subutex. And I haven't touched it since, but I kept using meth until I found this program.
I want you to be cognizant. Yeah, there you go. So at what point did you find this program?
When did I start? My wife went to prison. Well, before we got married, she went to prison. I had to go to jail for like 30 days. I got out, and I had to find treatment somewhere. And Court-ordered treatment. And the only place they ever had in Brigham City was the Bear River Health Department. And some people were talking about Beecon Recovery when I was in jail. So I looked it up, and I came and signed up and started treatment here.
Have you and I ever locked horns in your treatment?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
Okay. So let's just fast forward for a minute. We'll get back to this in a sec.
Okay.
What do you do for work right now?
I'm a peer support specialist and case manager at Beecon Recovery.
So you go from patient, you and I butting heads a time or two.
Yeah.
To now you work at Beecon Recovery.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
Almost a year. In May, it will be a year.
Are you?
It's already been a year almost.
Wow. That's crazy.
Time's flying.
It's been a year.
Life's great.
Now, before you came to Beecon, you had various jobs.
Right? Yeah, I didn't really work for...
Now, I'm just going to set this up real quick. We have a sober living down, what do you think? It's about 1.5 miles?
3 or 4 blocks away from here. That's all it is.
3 or 4 blocks.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have a car.
I don't have a car. I was living with my grandma and my parents.
Yeah. Then you move into the sober living.
Yes.
And you get up every morning.
Yep.
And you walk to work.
Yep.
Which, how far was work?
I don't know, 1 mile or 2.
And then you go from work
Yep.
to Beecon Recovery.
Yep.
And how long do you recall that lasting?
At least a year almost.
Every day.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just determined to better my life, and I know the way I was doing it wasn't working. I had to try something new.
So, if I'm understanding you correctly, what you're saying to me is your way wasn't working.
No, it never worked. I messed with my mind to get myself to believe the way I was doing it was working in the best way. It took me a long time to realize it wasn't the right way to do things, and I had to try something different.
So, you said something to me once, right, that I use regularly, the Soulless statement. You remember that?
Yeah.
Say it to me again.
When I was strung out on everything, like I felt soulless. I was just a walking bag of meat and bones. I was pointless. There was no point to being here because I was useless, soulless. All I cared about was my next fix, where I was getting it. I didn't care who I hurt, robbed, steal, lied, cheat. Didn't care who it was, family, friends, children. It didn't matter.
And now?
Now I have a family. I'm married. I have my own place. Got my driver's license. Got my own car. I got everything I ever dreamed of.
Wait. So here's the thing that I find very touching. You have a driver's license, something that people like me just take for granted.
Yeah.
I mean, but for you, that's a milestone. Because now you have a
I've had it for about a year now.
and you're driving around, which you didn't do before.
Never. I always drove, but I never had a license.
So you were always driving
Illegally.
Yes.
Which
if you get pulled over, which I'm sure you did,
Yes.
made your situation compoundedly worse.
Yes.
Because,
more than once.
And now, if you get pulled over, have you been pulled over since you got a driver's license?
Yeah, a couple times. I got a speeding ticket once.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those, but we're not going to talk about that. But now you get pulled over and you can show them your insurance and your driver's license.
Yep.
And you're clean.
Yep.
And they know you're clean because, of course, it's obvious.
Yep.
So, what do you attribute that to?
The program, Beecon. Not giving up on myself and the program, and being determined and staying motivated to the program. No matter how hard my day was, I still came in. No matter what was going through my life, I still came in.
Who did the work?
I did.
So, you did the work.
I had to put in the work. I had help. I had support. I had people that didn't turn me away and give up on me. And that was the biggest thing.
So, you could say that you were loved.
Yeah. It was a feeling that I really never felt growing up because I was always on drugs and I was just numb.
So, do you think the love that you received from Beecon assisted you in showing you that you can love yourself?
Yes, very much so.
Now, I want to talk about a subject.
Okay.
I want to talk about your brother.
That's fine.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to tell me about Nick.
My older brother, Nick. Man, where do you want me to start?
I want you to start from where he walked into his /girlfriend /wife's place, what he saw, and what he did with what he saw, and what happened. Where did that land him? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, me and my brother were both using for a long time, just about as long as I was. he had 2 kids with his girlfriend, and they were going through some problems and fighting a lot, and he would go over to her house to use drugs, and he would get over there, and she would tell him, I don't have enough to share with you, but I have these, and she would hand him syringes full of blood that were her blood from her trying to do was get high all day and not being able to find a vein. So he'd go over there to help her find a vein, and she would give him those, and he would put them in a spoon and rinse them through a cotton and shoot up her blood. And then he got sick. Got a blood infection, endocarditis of the heart valve. For the second time. That wasn't the first time, that was the second time.
And then what happened?
And then they had to do emergency surgery to replace his heart valve, and they couldn't revive him.
That was on a Monday, I believe, right?
Yeah. We went and seen him on Friday.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, you.
Manita and Cody.
Went to go see him.
Yep.
That was the last time you saw your brother.
Yep.
In this side.
Yep.
You'll see him again.
Oh, yeah. He's with me every day.
Yeah. So what you can do, and what you have done, and what you'll continue to do, is take those types of situations and those stories, right, and that love. Yeah. Because Nick will forever be a part of Beecon Recovery.
Yeah.
Otter Pops.
Otter Pops. Always.
Otter Pops. So, the Otter Pops. It was the summertime.
Yeah.
And Nick,
hot.
Don't say it. Yeah.
I won't.
It was that hot. Mm-hmm. And Nick said, I'll eat the shit out of these things.
Yes, he would. And he did.
And he
every
did.
Day.
Every day. And we had Otter Pops and still do in our freezer.
Yep. Every day.
Right. For Nick. But there is another way.
Yeah. A better way.
The only way.
Yeah. You just have to give up all power on that other side. You have to let it go. Give up all hold that it has on you.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
That just don't give up on yourselves. Lean into the process. Trust the process. You know, everything's going to be okay. No matter what happens, it's going to be okay.
How can you say that?
Coming here taught me that. No matter how hard of a time I was, no matter what was going through my life, I knew coming here, it was going to be okay.
Basically, I'm going to take it to a little bit different level.
Okay.
God never left you.
No.
He was always there.
He was always there. I gave up on him.
Even in the middle of your addiction, you know that he was there.
Yeah.
Which means he's always been there, and he always will be there.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter how dark and dismal our situation gets, no matter how awful we think our situation is, he's always there.
Yeah.
And you know that all you have to do is call on his name.
Yeah.
Whether you're driving down the road, going to the gym, whatever situation, doesn't matter. Taking a shower, you can think it, and he'll hear it, and he will come because he never left.
Yeah.
And everything you have, everything I ever wanted, was always inside of me. All we did was show you who you already are.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah. I was so lost for so long, not knowing who I was because I never had it before. I was so young when I started, I didn't really have a real sober life to live that I knew. So every time I had the chance to take that and live that sober life, I was so terrified to do it, I never did it. But I finally found a place that didn't turn me away when I was being honest about my addiction. You know? They helped me get past it.
You're talking about the staff at Beecon?
Yes, all of the staff at Beecon.
Yeah. How long have you been clean?
A little over 2 years. In November, it was 2 years.
Bam.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, you have a wife now.
Yes.
You have a home.
Yep. Got 3 beautiful daughters at home. Life's great.
that have a father and a mother.
Yeah.
I think it's noteworthy that Cassie
Yep.
was also in an addictive state.
Yes, she was. She was just right there, right by my side. When she went to prison, when she got out, she stayed sober and has been sober since. She's got about the same amount of time as I do.
Yeah. And she also came through Beecon Recovery.
Yeah, she did.
And how long has she been clean?
About 2 years now. She just hit 2 years in January. She didn't start her time until she got out of prison. So.
Yeah. And not looking back.
No. It's not even appealing to me.
So what do you think about the statement when I say to you that you aren't an addict, that you're in recovery? Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? I mean, do you think about, because I'm in recovery,
Yeah.
right? I, too, was addicted to various substances.
Yeah, I'm in recovery now. I was addicted
Yeah.
for a long time. But once I got sober, I found recovery. And I'm not, I'll always be addicted, but it's a better part.
So you still think you're an addict,
Yeah.
right? But you have no desire.
No desire. It's not appealing, that lifestyle, none of it.
How old are your kids, by the way?
I have a 14-year-old. She'll be 15 in March. A 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. All girls.
Are you guys done?
Huh?
Having babies?
We've actually been thinking about having another one.
Sweet.
So we want to have one of our own, so we've been thinking about it. She's probably going to kill me when she hears this, but it's all right.
Well, if it's a boy, Tony Jr., that's a TJ.
No, not happening.
Well, a guy can try.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. I love you, man.
I love you too, Tony. Thank you for everything.
Hey, credit goes.
It does.
That's where it goes.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. We're just doing what we were told to do, right?
You got to trust in your higher power. Always.
That's right. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, this wasn't as bad as you thought, right? It's just you and me and you having a conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the old times.
Yeah. Okay, my friend. I love you.
Love you too, Tony.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you. So thanks again for tuning in to this episode. We look forward to you liking, subscribing, and sharing all of these podcasts with any of your friends, family, or anyone else that you can think of that would benefit from learning what we have shown in these podcasts to ultimately teach people how to stay stopped. Thanks again.